The windows on the boat are just adorable. We went with a hydraulic bed because it is unbelievable storage. So the part of the houseboat living that is my favorite is waking up on the water. I had a 8th grade student that was really interested in interior design. So I gave her the dimensions of this room, the type of bed I wanted, a futon, and she came up with this bed. I don't want to say too much storage, but I haven't even filled up all of the cabinets. Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our tiny houseboat, Cross Your Mind. We became interested in the tiny houseboat when we were looking at property on the shoreline. And we wanted something that was right on the shoreline. We wanted something that got us close to the water, close to nature. And we just kept not being able to A, afford it, or B, it just wasn't the right circumstance. So that's when we stumbled upon a listing for this, and we walked through it, and instantaneously we understood that this was going to work for our lifestyle and our preferences.
So we purchased the boat from Water Lodge Houseboats, and it was built in Poland by a company called Lamar. They are 4-season boats that are insulated, that are on a polypropylene pontoon.
So the size of it is the beam, which is the width, is 14 feet. The length is a little under 40 feet, and the total interior living square footage is about 350 square feet. So the overall price point with all the customization and stuff like that was about $350,000, and it cost us about $18,000 to have the houseboat a year between the registration, the marina fees, the removal, the winterization, the shrink wrapping, the pump out tips, and all that stuff. This particular slip is $8,000, and that includes water, cable, pump out of the waste, as well as the amenities. Their marina is really nice. It's got a pool, a couple of hot tubs, snack bar, live music, volleyball court, swing sets, and just a great community. So that's what it costs here, and there's ranges that vary throughout the country in terms of slip fees for a 40-foot houseboat. These models came with this overhang about halfway, and we realized the need, because we do have the sun deck upstairs, to have a shaded place for those hot summer days. So we actually had this overhang extended. They worked great with us, and now we have this shaded area. So it's wonderful for morning coffee, or just when the sun gets a little too hot to sit out here and take in that view. And then up front we have obviously the steering console. It's got video monitoring for the back. It's got a great display for the Yamaha 25 twin engines in the back. So this is a condenser for the split systems. This one condenser serves both split systems. The split system unit does have heating and cooling, and super efficient on a boat like this because it's so well insulated. This is a waste tank. This is how the folks pump it out. And then you also have some things, another extra that we added was just this outdoor shower. Hot water, pull it up, gives you another opportunity to just rinse off, so you save the bathroom a little bit. The boat also has great exterior storage. You have compartments like this that have great access all the way through the pontoon bottom. One of the things we also did in customizing the boat is we had the mechanical room door open to the exterior to give us a little more working room. The mechanical room closet is really small, really efficient. The whole houseboat is solar. Right now we are currently plugged into dock power, but this thing operates days on end with the solar power. The hot water tank is super efficient. We've never run out of it. It's an instant hot tank. And then it's also got great controls. I can get into the system from afar remotely and understand exactly how everything's operating.
Having a home backup power system is so important, and that's why today I'm going to be talking about this week's sponsor, Jackery, and I'm going to be comparing 2 of their units. I'm showcasing the 3600 unit and the 3000 unit. Both units have an RV plug, which is really important to me as a tiny homeowner. It means that I can plug in my house and the unit can power my entire home and everything in it. They also both have 4 AC plugs and 4 DC plugs, but the 3000 has a DC 12-volt plug as well. Another key difference is that the 3600 comes with a built-in dolly, making it easy to transport, while the 3000 is easy to carry because it weighs less. The 3600 is expandable up to 21 kilowatts, so this unit could potentially power a traditional home. So those are some of the key comparables, but if you'd like to know all of the stats, make sure you screenshot this graphic. And of course, both of these units can be charged with the sun using the Jackery Solar Saga panels or by plugging directly into the wall. So during a power outage such as extreme heat or windstorm, something that you definitely want to power is a refrigerator. So today I'm going to test out both of these units and see how long it can power a regular sized fridge. So for a comparison, powering a regular fridge pulling about 140 watts, the 3000 will power the fridge for up to 18 hours, whereas the 3600 will power it for about 20. Now, of course, if you're able to plug in solar panels, you could power it for even longer. Hopefully this comparison has helped you decide which type of home backup power unit is right for you. You can check out the links to both of these units in the description, but right now, let's get back to our tour.
All right, well, welcome to the top of the boat, the sun deck. You know, with the limited interior space and our love for nature and wanting to be outside, which was the whole point of this whole adventure, you know, this was a massive selling point for us. It gives us a ton of room. It gives us a great place to entertain people and fantastic sunsets up here. So one of the other nice things about the customization of this overhang and extending it, we were allowed to take the solar panels and put them up front, which gave us much more sun deck space. And then the furniture made by a company called Outmore Living is heated furniture. So the cushions are heated, it's all teak, it's all marine grade. And what's nice about it is on those chillier days or the end of the year and the beginning of the year, you know, we can still be up here in full comfort because of the heated furniture. So this is a great space and we really enjoy it.
Why don't we come inside and take a look? We'll start in kind of our dining area over here, and it's great that Water Lodge allows you to do a lot of custom things within these homes and these houseboats. We ended up going with the full bar. It totally fit our lifestyle a little bit more, how we eat, how we talk to each other. Plus I love it for painting. I'm an art teacher and an artist, so this view was perfect to set up my watercolors and do a lot of painting with. Furniture, we didn't have some for quite a long time when we first got the house because we just didn't know what we wanted. So we ended up going with this, which is a chair and a half, which has been brilliant for us. And it's not, it might look heavy, but it's not. We're able to move this. We spin it to watch TV. We'll spin our other chair over here. And we bought these great rattan ottomans to, one, more seating for people, and we bring them outside, and just to put our feet up as ottomans. So that's been really great for us as well. And I wanted really light colors. These windows bring in so much light from all three sides, so I didn't want to darken the space with colors. So there are quite a lot of windows. So one great thing is that they are double paned and they do have a slight tint to them, so you can't just see completely in. They also have custom blinds, and these go down from top to bottom, which provides a little bit more privacy because it is a cool boat, and you do get those looky-loos, so it kind of gives you a little privacy. We did have a custom screen on the front and the back of the boat put in, and the cross breeze that we're able to get from the front of the boat to the back is just glorious on those like perfect days. You just kind of cools down the boat instantly, which has been wonderful. Under this carpet would be our water tank, and it's about 1,000-gallon water tank. So when we're out in open water, we have fresh water. And then over here is our black tank that is, we actually have it pumped on schedule from the marina, which has been amazing. So every Saturday or Sunday, it gets pumped. Again, this is really new to us and living on a boat, so having to handle that, I was a little nervous of, and it's been nothing but smooth for us to have that taken care of. It's like being in a normal house, really. Even things like this, measuring and trying to figure out like a small table to go in front of the TV and the size of the TV and the mount, You know, it was a lot of research and a lot of just measuring, taping. I had blue tape over this entire place. We have 2 split systems on the boat, and they are heating and cooling. They are really efficient. They've worked really well for us. And we live in a climate that we're going to need both of those. We have the boat in the water from April to early November. So having heat plus the really humid summers in Connecticut have been really nice to have that extra little zap to get the humidity out of the air. So also on the floors, we have radiant flooring. So we have a system in every single room that allows us to turn on the floors and have heating in any room we want. We don't have to have all of them on the same time, which has been great. It's really extended our season. We can go from early April to mid-November and really be comfortable within the boat because we have that floor to take that chill out. The kitchen, this is my domain. This was really important to me when we customized the kitchen, that we had lots of counter space. And that's what's great about Water Lodge and this company that we went with, is that you can customize everything from type of countertops, type of color, cabinets, types of pulls. And that was actually extremely difficult for us to pick out because we probably had 5 different choices. So we are really excited about the choice we made. I don't want to say too much storage, but I haven't even filled up all of the cabinets as of being here for 2 years. And then over here, we have a convection microwave combo, which again, don't have at either of my other homes. So learning how to use that was a learning curve. Like, I didn't know if I could use tinfoil inside of when I have it on convection, since it is also a microwave. So just little things about reading and texting and YouTubing that I've have learned how to use, which has been fun. The windows on the boat, these are just adorable. They open, they do give some ventilation, which is great, but and they're adorable. They look like little portholes, so can't complain there. We have an induction oven, which I didn't know what that was until living on a houseboat. I actually bought 2 pans and was like, why aren't these working? Did not know you needed to actually buy induction pans. So learning curve with that, which has been fine, and they are very efficient, I have to say. I'm used to gas. Great that we have a full-size fridge. It is efficient, it stays nice and cold, and it's big. I never thought on a boat you could have a fridge freezer that is this large, which I love. So moving on to our spare bedroom, we have a small futon in here. I have a fun story about this. I was kind of at a loss of I was looking on all the websites for beds and what to put in here. And I had a 8th grade student, as I said, I'm an art teacher, that was really interested in graphic design and also with interior design. So I gave her the challenge. I gave her the dimensions of this room as well as the type of bed I wanted, a futon. And she came up with this bed. She found it on a website. It was the correct dimensions for the room. It fits absolutely perfect. So it was a win-win. It became a math problem as well for my student because the boat is in centimeters and the websites she was looking at were in inches. So it was a win-win for both of us. So we're gonna move into the bedroom. And the first thing, we went with a pocket door here, which saved us some space. We went with a hydraulic bed because it is unbelievable storage. Lifts right up. I keep all of my clothes under here. I recommend this for everybody to have that storage. It's great. Over above the bed, we put in 2 lights, and there are also chargers for our phones. And then this was a cabinet that we purchased to put here, and it is for clothes as well as the batteries for the solar system. And then our little bathroom, again, it is works perfect for a boat. I mean, if you've ever been on a actual bathroom on a boat, a normal boat, I would say, a normal vessel, they are quite tiny. So this is quite large. Other people that on the dock have seen this and are like, wow, that's a big bathroom. Our black tank and our water tank are both 1,000 liters. And a full stand-up shower, which has been wonderful. And there is a window in there. It's great when you get those nice windy days, it kind of feels like you're outside. So the part of the houseboat living that is my favorite is waking up on the water and kind of hearing that sound all night long of the waves and the birds, and then waking up to it. And just the community here on our dock has been great. Like, there's always people, things I don't know as a new boater. There's so many people and kind people that I've gone to, and I'm like, I have to tie my boat up. There's a storm coming, and they've helped me retie it, or they're like, oh, that's not actually a big storm.
I think the ultimate goal is just to be able to take this vessel all over the country and live in all these different unique places in marinas and live comfortably. We weren't going to get this type of setup with traditional property at this point of our lives.
If you like this week's episode, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check back soon because we have new unique home tours publishing all the time. And if you'd like to join our team and get access to members-only content and unique perks, make sure you click on the join button below.